Now we are live here on Beyond, bringing you facts that are taking place and those which are confirmed. This is breaking news. Operation Sindoor has been conducted. India has carried out Operation Sindoor, targeting 9 locations in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. This is a befitting reply that India had promised. Jai Hind. That's the tweet you see from Ashwini Vaishnaw, Union Minister of Railways. And you also have reactions coming in from several Indian leaders. At this point, I want to quickly bring your attention to this, that in India, drills were planned, and these were planned for today. Some mocks happened in India as well, some mock drills, and as of now, also 7th of May, there were mock drills for all civilians across 244 districts across India in case of any kind of a counter-attack, in case of air raid sirens. What are Indian citizens supposed to do? Those were planned for later today, but wee hours in the morning, just as 7th of May has started, we've heard of Operation Sindoor, which has been carried out as a response, as a reply, as a measured reply by the Indian armed forces against the perpetrators and the attackers of the Pahalgam terror attack. Once again, I repeat to you viewers, India being the nation that it is, it has not targeted any military installation in Pakistan, and the strikes that India has carried out, these are non-escalatory, because India has only targeted terrorist outfits. It has only targeted terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. India is maintaining its readiness, but without engaging in any kind of rhetoric. As you've seen from all the reactions that have come in from Indian leaders, it is only and only in praise of the country of India. At this point, there is also, if we have several developments which are coming in from other locations as well. I'd like to now cut across to Dharamjot, who's getting us the latest. Dharamjot, if we can talk about the timing of this 22nd April, I just want to give a slight understanding of the dates here. 22nd April is when that attack in Pahalgam took place. 22nd, 8 days in April, and then 7th day of May. Exactly little over 2 weeks, and India has given that befitting reply that it had promised. Give us more on this timing.
Well, Shivan, as you rightly mentioned, 15 days to the dot. We're just entering the 15th day, and we see the Indian Armed Forces strike on 9 terror sites in the Punjab province of Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Now, talking about the timing of this, Shivan, about a day or so after the Pahalgam terror attack on April 22nd, the Indian Army had officially recognized and put forward official information that they had identified 42 terror launch pads in different parts of Pakistan. Now, we already know that minutes after the attack happened, minutes after the entire tragedy unraveled, the armed forces were already on their toes, trying to figure out everything that took place, trying to figure out, what their response is going to be. And as they rightly mentioned today, it has been a very measured, a very precise, a very specific response to hold those accountable, those people, those individuals, those terrorists accountable who carried out the ghastly attack on April 22nd. Now, between 22nd to now, we saw information coming in terms of the terror launch pads, the most recent ones that were recognized. We know that the armed forces have been intermittently recognizing and identifying more and more terror infrastructure and terror pads across Pakistan. This was the latest that came in one day after the Pahalgam attack. Now, after that, Shivan, we saw a flurry of meetings between the Union Government of India, between all the 3 armed force chiefs, other security officials and intelligence agencies to try and analyze and chart out a plan in terms of what the best course of action can be. This is not something that's happened for the first time, Shivan. We've seen this before. We've seen this with the surgical strike that happened after the Uri attack. We saw this with the Balakot airstrike back in 2019. So this is not something that the Indian Armed Forces is doing for the first time. They've done this before. They've done it again. They identified the hotspots. They waited for things to calm down, because if you rightly remember, we heard statements from the Pakistan side where they kept raising an alarm over timelines. They kept saying, well, India is going to carry out some attack in 24 to 36 hours. Those statements were last week.
Yes.
We're now on Wednesday early morning India time. So clearly, Indian Armed Forces working on their own time, working as per their own plan,
yes,
trying to do what is best in terms of serving justice, as they rightly put forward in their statement. So that is what we have. The Indian Armed Forces will be holding a press conference later in the day, Shivan, to share more details about Operation Sindoor in terms of what went down and whatever it is that they deem is necessary to share with the public and with the world. Now, having said that, Having said
Yes.
that, Shivan, very quickly, as you know, our attention today, the entire world's attention today, India's attention today was on the mock drills, and
mock
the
drills,
preparatory
exactly,
drills
yes.
that was
Yes.
supposed to happen later in the day. And so while everybody was preparing for that, police officials, security officials, schools, teachers, other admin officials who were preparing for this, the Indian Armed Forces decided in the wee hours of night to carry out a strike after posting a cheeky video of how militarily prepared they are to strike, to win, and to
Yes.
serve justice. Shivan.